let's get started. Good afternoon. My name is Pamela Green. I'm one of the children's librarians at the Inglewood Public Library. And today we are having our last event in our Storytelling and Magic series. For the last 8 weeks, we presented a storyteller or a magician each week. And we did record 2 of the storytellers, Angela Lloyd and Karen Golden, and those are available to watch on our website. You go to our website. So it's been a great summer. I hope you guys have been having fun. The summer reading program is still going on. I see that you signed up, so I hope that you will. I don't know if you finished yet. If you finished, wave your hand. Did you read 8 books? Very good. Oh, I'm so glad to see that. So that's good. We have 1 more week, and then you will be contacted about what prizes you may have won. Okay, so continue to do that if you're still doing it. Okay, so today we have a performer that I first saw many years ago at the Sierra Storytelling Festival up in Nevada City. And I just thought he was so wonderful. And then today we booked him, and then today we were talking. He was born in Inglewood, which is so exciting to think that he's our last performer for this program, and a true Inglewoodian. So without further ado, I'm going to turn you over to the king of Hotdogistan, Izzi Tooinsky.
Hello, everybody. Hello, little girls over there in the pink shirts. I see you. Wave to me if you can see me, little girls in the pink shirts. Oh, doesn't matter. Okay. All right, everybody. So it's true, I was born in Inglewood, but at a very early age, my parents took me to Hotdogistan, and that's where I grew up. Most people don't even know where Hotdogistan is. So I'll tell you, this is how you find it. You look on a map, and you could look, it's got Hamburg on one side and Bologna on the other side, and in the middle is Hotdogistan. It's a wonderful country. Everybody who goes there loves it. Geologically, our highest mountain is made out of Parmesan cheese, grated Parmesan. So you can ski down a mountain of grated Parmesan cheese, or you can snowboard down, or you can take like a rubber raft down and eat the Parmesan cheese while you're going down. So we got a mountain made, the biggest mountain made of Parmesan cheese. We have a lake of stew and a lake of ginger ale too. And you can paddle all about in a big canoe because it's such a nice little country. Our stars sing to us at night. They sing in Spanish and French and Esperanto. We love sports, but we're not very good at it. We have a soccer team that we call the Hotdogistan Pushovers, but we love music. Everybody in my country loves music. Our favorite band is called Vic Vacuum and the Attachments, and they performed at the Eurovision Song Contest, and they won 5th place in 1982. We just love them. They're a national treasure. But also, what everybody in Hotdogistan loves it to do is juggle. And I hope you all brought your juggling equipment. Maybe not. Okay, I'm gonna do a little juggling for you. So let me go over here. All right, here, this is juggling. Everybody in my country learns how to juggle because it's so much fun. Just watch, it's making me smile. You can go like this and like this and like this and like this. I'm going to throw it high like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. You can applaud. I can see you clapping. Well, what was there? Everybody in my country knows how to juggle. And we all juggle pretty much every day. And sometimes, you know, people ask me, how did I become the king of Hotdogistan? Me, of all people. Like my dad, he wasn't the king. And my mom, she wasn't the queen. So how did I become the king? This is the story. It happened like this. I was just a regular kid. I went to elementary school. I went to middle school. I went to high school. I wanted to go to college, but I couldn't find a parking space. So I looked for another kind of a job, and I found a great one. I became a doorknob shiner. I'm sure you've seen a doorknob shiner before, right? The doorknob shiner. You know, they come and they knock on your door, like knock, knock, knock. You open the door, and the doorknob shiner says, "Hello, ma'am. It's good to see you. I don't know if you've noticed, but your doorknob is dull and lifeless. Why, for a few copper coins, I could make it shine like the rings around Saturn." And you know, a lot of people paid me because I was kind of a famous doorknob shiner. They would pay me the copper coins, and this is what I would do. I would spritz it. Then I would wipe it. Then I would buff it until their doorknobs would shine at night. Oh, kind of like the moon, but they were doorknobs. I loved my job. I did it well. Then one day I was working as a doorknob shiner. Then suddenly there was a tapping on my shoulder. I turned to see who it was. It was a small man in a rumpled suit. He had the shape kind of a, I don't know, sourdough muffin. He reached out a hand and he says to me, "Hello, Izzi Tooinsky. I've been watching you for a long time." His name was Dr. Noah Lott. And Noah was the director of the Museum of Natural History. And Dr. Noah Lott said, "Izzi, we've been watching you, and you are very careful in your work. And we were wondering if you would come to work for us." Oh, I said, "Work for you? What would you want me to do?" He winked his eye twice and said, "We need a professional dinosaur duster." I said, "A what?" He said, "A dinosaur duster." I said, "A what?" He said, "A dinosaur duster." I said, "Please explain, sir." And so he began to explain that in the Museum of Natural History, they have giant replicas of dinosaurs. And these replicas collect a lot of dust, and they needed a very careful person to dust those dinosaurs. And they asked me, or he asked me, he says, "Izzi, will you do it? Will you be the dinosaur duster?" Well, I didn't know. First, I had to tug my beard a little. Then I pulled on my earlobe a little. Then I scratched my hair a little. I had some hair at that time. And I said, "Yes, I'll do it. I'll become a dinosaur duster." And so, my friends, it's what I did. Imagine me, early, like 6 o'clock in the morning, there I am, standing on a 12-foot ladder on my tippy toes, dusting the teeth of a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Or sometimes I'd have a 6-foot feather duster dusting the long toenail of a pterodactyl. Or sometimes I'd be on my back underneath a stegosaurus. Did you know they have big belly buttons that gather a whole lot of dust? So I would dust that too. And I was good at my job. And I enjoyed my job as a dinosaur duster. One night, I was at my house. I was just making some pancakes when suddenly there was a knocking at my door. Like knock, knock, knock. I opened the door, and who do you think I saw? To my great surprise, the king and queen of Hotdogistan. The king was a small, round man with an incurable case of the hiccups. And the queen was a tall, muscular lady who was good at hang gliding and judo. And they said to me, "Izzi, it's time for us to move on. And we were wondering if you would become the new king of Hotdogistan, the new czar, the new monarch of our country." Well, first thing I said was, but, what are you going to do? And the king said, he said, "Very tired. And what I really want to do is I want to lay on the top of a mountain and watch the clowns roll by." And I said to the queen, "And what are you going to do?" And she said that she was going to become a therapist at a middle school in a place in California called Inglewood. And they wanted me to be the new king. Once again, I had to make my beard sharp, tug on my beard. Then I tugged on my earlobe. I made my eyebrows go crooked. And I said, yes, I'll do it. And my friends, that's how I became the king of Hotdogistan. But it was a big change for me. You know, first I was just a doorknob duster, and then I was a dinosaur. First I was a doorknob cleaner, then a dinosaur duster, and now suddenly, who's the king of Hotdogistan? Me. And it was hard to get used to. I had to deal with soldiers. I had to deal with scientists. I had to deal with real estate agents. It wasn't really something I was used to. But the person who I really loved to deal with on a daily basis in the palace, it was the fool of our country, the biggest fool in our country. And he was known as Just Incredible. And Just Incredible, he would gather me and all the children, especially little girls in pink shirts. They would all gather around. And he would tell us amazing things. He would tell us, how long is eternity? And this is what he told us, and I hope you never forget this. This is how long eternity is. Every 100 years, a black bird takes a white cloth and drags it across the top of a giant mountain. The amount of time it takes to wear that mountain down until it's flat as a pancake, that's eternity. I'm going to say it one more time so you can understand. Every 100 years, a black bird, every 100 years, a black bird takes a white, like handkerchief or tissue, and drags it across the top of a giant mountain. The amount of time it takes to wear that mountain down until it's as flat as a pancake, that is eternity. And that's what he told us. And then he told us other things like, how many stories are there? How many stories are there in the world? Well, Just Incredible said that if all the ocean was ink and all the sky was paper, there still wouldn't be enough room to write all the stories. That's how many stories there are. And then he told us, what do you call a group of ladybugs? There's a name for it. What do you call a group of ladybugs? You know what you call them? A loveliness of ladybugs. A loveliness. I loved it every day. We would sit with the fool of Hotdogistan, and he would teach us these stories. And then he taught us another story, a story that I'm going to tell you right now. This is a story I'll never forget. I can't remember that one, but I remember another one that he told us, and it went like this. He said that long ago and far away, in a time even before there was pizza, there was a town, a kingdom, and it was called the Kingdom of Pretty Good, because everything there was pretty good. The taxes weren't so bad. The people were able to do pretty much whatever they wanted. The only obligation was that once a year, every person in the country of Pretty Good had to bring the queen water. That sounds pretty easy, doesn't it? For 30 days, bring the queen water, except the challenge was that the queen, her throne was at the top of a big hill. And so people had to bring the water for 30 days to the top of that hill. Well, let me tell you what happened. A lot of people had like golden bottles, and they put water in the golden bottles. And they said that as they struggled up the mountain, the gold in the bottle and the water mixed together. So by the time they got to the very top, it was golden water that they gave to the queen. Other people said that they had golden vases or a vase made out of gold. And as they struggled up the mountain, diamond vases. And as they struggled up the mountain, the vase and the water would mix. So when they reached the top to the queen, it would be diamond water. But there was a young lady, kind of a girl, and she didn't have a a golden bottle. And she didn't have a diamond vase. You know what she had? A cracked pot. All she had was a cracked pot. And she was kind of embarrassed about it. But she had to do that for the queen. So every day for 30 days, she brought the water up to the queen. And then on the last, she brought the water every day she'd bring new water for the queen. And on the last day, she was crying. She wanted to say goodbye to the queen, but she was crying. And the queen said, "My dear, where are these tears from? Why are you crying?" And the girl said, "It's because I'm ashamed and I'm embarrassed. So many of these people, they brought up golden bottles and they brought up diamond vases, and all I have is a cracked pot." And the queen, she reached out and took that girl's face in her hands, and she smiled a smile that even made her wrinkles radiate. And she said, "My dear, look what you have accomplished." And she reached her hand, she swept her hand like this, and the girl stood up, and you know what she saw? You know what she saw? Little girls with pink shirts, you know what she saw? She saw all the way from the bottom of the hill, all the way to the top of the hill, flowers had grown. All kinds of flowers, big sunflowers and daisies and roses and honeysuckle and crepe myrtle of every color of the rainbow. And the queen said, "Look, my dear, every day when you came up, you watered, because you had that cracked pot, it watered the flowers. Now, when I look down every day and all day, the flowers, they fill my eyes and my heart with delight. So little one, the last thing I want to tell you," she said, "is even though your pot is cracked, sometimes a cracked pot is the greatest gift of all." And the little girl said, or the woman said, "Really?" And the queen said, "Yeah." And she said, "Is that true?" And the queen said, "Yeah." And she said, "Are you kidding me?" And the queen said, "No, I'm telling you the truth. And as you walk down the hill, I want you to take some flowers with you. Pick some flowers." And so that woman, she picked flowers. And then she walked over to her house. And you know what? She filled every room in her house with the flowers that she had grown. And my friend, Just Incredible, who was the fool of our country, he said he went to her house and he saw that. He even opened the closet, and you know what he found? A big sunflower smiling at him like, yep. And that's the story that I heard from Just Incredible. You can clap your hands. Thank you. You know, did you know there's different ways to clap? You can clap like this. Or if you want to be really quiet, you clap like this. Or if you want to just keep yourself awake, you like the story's not very interesting, but if you want to show the guy either you like, you go. That's just practice. How about if you just want to make some noise and let everybody know how much you like it? What do you do? How about if you want, you liked it, but it's the right time to be quiet? What do you do? Very good. What if it was a good story, but you're a little bit tired? What do you do? That's right. Okay. All right. Well, I'm telling you a little about my country, Hotdogistan. And one of the things we love to do is we're loving to juggle, but you don't have to have like the coolest juggling balls in the world. We learn to juggle everything. So right now, just for a moment, here we go. Let's see. I'm just going to look around my kitchen and what do I have here? Oh, here we go. Hand sanitizer. This is a container of hand sanitizer. I'm going to juggle it. Just one of them like this. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. No problem. Yeah, it's kind of fun. But to make it a little more challenging, I'm going to look around the kitchen a little bit more. What do I? Ah! A little doll. Kind of like a, what do you call it, like a little mouse doll. So I'm going to do them both. First one. Then the other one. You know, you just got, he kind of goes. Then I'll cross them like this one. Oh, yeah. No problem. I got it. I'm going to make it more challenging. What? Oh, over here. I have a little bell. So what I'm going to do is something nobody in the planet has ever done before. I'm going to juggle with hand sanitizer, a little like mouse doll, and a bell that my grandma rings when she wants some tea. Are you ready? I'm going to stand up for this one. Moving the chair. I'm kind of nervous. Hang on, I got to brush my hair from my eyes. Okay, and here we go. Let's see if it's humanly possible. Oh, take off the ridiculous glasses. Oh, oh yeah, yeah. Hang on, y'all. You always get 3 tries. And in Hotdogistan, you get 6 tries. Go like this. Hop, 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 hop. Oh, hey! There you go. Now you're getting it. Okay. All right. Well, I have a whole bunch of other things here, to juggle, but we don't have that much time. I want to show you something we do in Hotdogistan. It's really fun, and you can do it too. All you need to do, you make a puppet with your hand, and these puppets are called knuckleheads. Now look at this. This is the simplest way to explain it. If you put your hand like that, it kind of looks like a puppet, you know? Now I'll tell you what you do. You take what do you call these things for your eyes? Mascara pencil. Then you make your little knucklehead, and every knucklehead is a little different. And you make a little eye. Everybody loves this one. I love it too. When I was a little kid, my dad would go, I couldn't believe it. It was so wonderful. There's a little eyeball, and then another little eyeball. See how simple that is? And then a little nose, and then a little bit of a lip, and a bit of a smile there. There we go. And there is a knucklehead. And what you can do too with your knucklehead, you can give your knucklehead some hair. You don't have to have hair, but if you want to give it hair, you just put a napkin or a sock like this, and look what you got. I got a little knucklehead, just like this. There's my little knucklehead. Can you see the knucklehead? But is that, I think maybe that's in the way a little. There we go, a little knucklehead. Hello. Oh, what's your name? My name is Hugo First. What's your name? Hugo First. No, I'm wondering what your name is. My name is Hugo First. Okay, Hugo. Is there anything you wanted to do for everybody? I wanted to tell some jokes. Little girls in the pink shirt, you want to hear some kid jokes from Hugo? Yeah. Hugo First? Okay, here's the joke. Okay, I'm going to tell you the joke now. What did the shy pebble say at the dance? You all say, what?
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 I wish I was a little bolder. I wish I was. We knuckleheads, we lay. I wish I was a little bolder sometimes. Okay, this is a sad one. A really sad one, a little bit dark even. Why did the little strawberry cry? Say why?
Why?
Because his mom was in a jam. His mom was in a jam, so kind of sad. His mom was in a jam. Sometimes I just say that to myself over and over. Oh, weird. Okay. What did the pirate say when he turned 80 years old? You say what?
What?
Aye, matey. Aye, matey. See, knuckleheads can be a lot of fun. Okay. How does the ocean say hello?
Ow.
Ow.
It waves. All right. What did Izzi Tooinsky, the king of Hotdogistan, say when he got a comb for his birthday? What did he say?
What?
Thanks.
I don't know.
Yeah, you say what?
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 He said, thanks. I'll never part with this. Okay. All right. So you see, everybody, you can make knuckleheads so easy. And one of the great things about knuckleheads is they're easy to wash, so you can experiment. You know, wash it off and make another one. And sometimes you can buy, like at a dollar store, you can get these little teeny eyeballs, a whole pack of little eyeballs that are sticky. You stick them on there. You know how much a pack of eyeballs costs at the dollar store? Lori, you got it. $1. Well,
A dollar. I was going to say that.
There you go. It depends on what county you live in, but in where I live, it's $1.
Sales tax.
Sales tax, exactly. Okay. Well, we don't have much time left, so the last thing I want to teach you is something you can do when you're by yourself or with your friend. Sometimes when I'm tired, I just lay in bed and do this. It's called brain games, or the technical name is bimanual integration, but you don't need to say bimanual. Actually, adults, just for a moment, all the adults say bimanual integration.
Actual integration.
Very good. Children, just say brain game. There you go. Here's the first one. Oh, the very first one is something you may have already heard of, and maybe done, but you didn't know the name for it. It's a brain game. It makes your brain stronger, and that makes you happier. Here's the way the game goes. I want you to rub your head and pat your belly. It's doing two different things. Rub your head and pat your belly. Good. Now change your hands. Rub your head and pat your belly. Yeah, I can see your brains growing already. Patting your belly. Now change again. Rub your head, pat your belly. Sometimes I just lay in bed and ooh, just like that. Or I'll be on the bus, ooh, like that. Because I learned this from Just Incredible. Other hand, ooh. Okay, here's another one that you can do. They all seem so simple, but they're not. But once you get it, your brain gets bigger. And when your brain gets bigger, well, it can make you happier. I want you to touch your earlobe with one hand and your cheek with the other hand. Now change. Earlobe and cheek. Earlobe and cheek. Earlobe and cheek.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Earlobe and cheek. Earlobe and cheek. Very good. Okay. Now it's going to get a little bit harder. I want you to point to your thumb. Little girls with the pink shirts, point to your thumb. Now point to your other thumb.
That's hard.
Yes, it is. Point to your thumb and point to your other thumb. That's why these, and after a while you get fast at it like this. Oh, my brain is cooking when I do this. This is kind of cool. Yeah, I just do it. Oh, yeah, there I am driving. No, not when I'm driving, but when I'm walking. And it, you know, it's challenging. Even I have done it in preschools and even once for the President of the United States. Yeah, I said, try this. And he didn't really want to, but I told him he could do it. And then, but there was a lot of other people and they tried it and they really liked it. So there you go. Okay, now let's see. Oh, I know one more. This is a sign language. And this is what I want you to do. And it is a kind of a manipulation. Anybody know what this is?
Sign language.
It's sign language, that's right. And it's not that easy. It takes a little bit of brain exercise. First, you put your pinky up. What I'm saying is, I love you. That's how you spell it. There's actually a few ways to do it, but I'm going to show you one way right here. I love you. And then you put it together. That whole thing right there says, I love you. So if you meet somebody that doesn't hear, you can just say, And I'm saying it to you. The cool thing about this is that, like, if you're in a crowded room, like if my wife is on the other side of the room and I don't want to yell, but I want her to know that I'm thinking about her, I just catch her eye, you know, like you look at her and I go, oops, like that. And then I go like this. Everybody, let's give it a try. How do you say I? There you go. And then the love is the L. And then the U is like that. There you go. Then you put it together. And that's what it is. It's a very neat thing because there's the I and there's the U. I mean, the love and there's the U. Okay, everybody. Well, I think that's about our time. And I really am so happy. Little girls in pink shirts, I'm seeing you and I'm glad that you came. I'm waving to you.
If you
And
have any
ladies,
questions, you want to turn your audio
Yeah.
on, Monica? Okay, good.
thank you, Monica, and thank you, girls. Girls, can you tell me your names?
Samantha.
So we got Samantha, and who else?
Eliana, I think.
Ooh, did I
Eliana and
hear-
Mackenzie.
And
Okay,
Mackenzie.
did I hear a Mackenzie
Yes.
and Brianna?
Eliana.
Oh, Eliana. Mackenzie, Eliana, and
Samantha.
Samantha. Okay. Samantha, raise your hands up.
Samantha. Put your hands up.
Good. Eliana, raise your hands up. Thank you. Mackenzie, raise your hands up. Raise your hands up. I clap your hands. I roll them like this. Really fast, really fast. So they're just a blur. There you go. All right, ladies. And ladies who came, thank you, Karen and Pam and Lori. Thank you for coming and watching my show.
Thank you.
Thank you. It was wonderful.
Thank you. Actually, any questions, comments, suggestions, complaints?
No, no, it was great.
Okay.
Izzy, if I wanted to go to I mean, I know it's hard to travel these days, but can people one day visit
Hotdogistan, you can come, but you have to, the only way we allow people in is on a unicycle. So if you're on a unicycle, you are more than welcome. If you're not, you're gonna have to work on that.